Well, first of all, Jamie is really a great listener. He heard what we were doing, and it actually was kind of a complicated move, and he was willing to think this through with me, offer suggestions along the way, and come up with a really good plan. My husband and I also joked it was a little bit like the spa treatment, because he said, well, we can do this, and this person can help you do this, and this contractor can help you do this, so we felt like we could pick and choose. And yet the other thing is he's not trying to, I never felt like he was trying to upsell us on things. He made a lot of recommendations, and some we chose to go with, some we chose not to go with, but I felt really good about the decisions that we made. And the other thing about Jamie is he's really good at getting the big picture, and yet he's also really good at keeping track of the details, especially when it's complicated and I'm trying to keep track of so many things myself. Jamie's network of contractors is excellent. We didn't want to put too much money into upgrades in our house before we put it on the market. And we basically went through the house line item by line item. What did we want to do? What didn't we want to do? And the contractors were wonderful to work with. They were efficient, they were on time, they completed everything really quickly and really well also. They also came back and checked all their work, of course, and took a look at some of the things where maybe there was a little error with the paint or something that was missed, and that was fixed just like that. And I was even very pleasantly surprised. They went above and beyond what they said they would do. I came home one day and there's an electrical box on the front of our house that wasn't even a part of the list, and we had a brand new electrical box on the house. So it was a really pleasant surprise for that. We also had the problem where the dryer vent was taken off when they were painting our laundry room, and it got to be a Sunday, we were trying to do laundry, and we just found that out. And Tyler, who was our contractor, he came over on a Sunday afternoon and fixed it just like that. So we felt really good with the contractors who worked on our house. As far as the mover, I just didn't have time to come up with a mover. And Jamie said that he'd take care of it, and he did. He came back. He said, here's a mover you can use. They're very reasonable, they're easy to work with, and they were excellent to work with. I gave them a positive view, and they were just terrific to work with. Flexible, and yet they did everything that needed to be done. I was also impressed with who he works in-house with. So he has a colleague, Melissa, who he works with a lot, and she was very flexible and also responsive to all of our needs. The interior decorator came in and she said, paint this wall this color and this other wall this color. I think we had 6 different colored walls, but everything looked terrific when it all came together. I was a little bit unsure of some of it, and when I saw the final product though, I was just totally wowed by everything. Well, we had a big emergency in the middle of listing our house, and that was when the filter in our refrigerator burst, sending a flood throughout my house. This was only a couple days before it was supposed to go on the market, and I was pretty stressed, of course. Jamie came in and he is completely calm and chill about everything. He helped by contacting the contractors, the same ones we used before. They came back in and everything was dried out and finished and ready to go just a week later. So I was really impressed with how really relaxed and calm Jamie is when, for me, this is a huge emergency. Well, of course, I interviewed a few realtors before we listed our house. And what really impressed me right away with Jamie is he really seemed to know the market. He knew all the houses in my area that were going on the market, what recent ones had sold for, and I felt like I got a lot of knowledge just from talking to Jamie. In addition, during our sale, when our house was getting ready to go on the market, he kept me up to date with things that were happening, what's happening in the market, big picture, what's happening in the neighborhood, where he thought things were headed, and that was very helpful. He is not one who's going to overpromise. Instead, he underpromises but over-delivers. I really felt really good. When everything was said and done, I looked back and I said, wow, that was a lot more than I expected as far as how things turned out. I think Jamie is one of those people who's very supportive, and yet I never felt pushed. I never felt like he was a pushy person trying to make me do things. Everything kind of came down to what did I want to do, and whether I wanted to go this way or this way, Jamie supported me in it, and overall it was a great experience. Probably the best one we've had, having bought and sold 5 or 6 houses over the years.